I did not mean things to come down to my Asian mother beating the shit out of me and stripping me naked and kicking me out of my house, all because I refused to go to school. What kind of parents are they? When I first found out there is something called school, I knew that I need to avoid this place at all costs. But unlucky for me, I'm Asian. And if you know anything about Asian parents, they don't play when it comes to sending their children to school. But unfortunately for them, if they are an unstoppable force, then I am also an unmovable object. Today I'm going to tell you guys about my wild master plan on how I was able to skip school as an Asian child. Now I'm going to be real with you all. On my first day, they actually got me. When they first told me that I'm going to school, I knew I need to retrieve fast. But they lured me into it with their sweet talk. And I was just a child. Well, big mistake. Because I was about to enter a disaster. I arrived at the school on my father's motorcycle, late. Classic. And you won't believe me what I saw. Kids! Lots and lots of kids everywhere. So many kids that not a single bench had any space left. Classic! Obviously, I was completely fine with that. My legs were shaking just a little because I was secretly exercising. So I started looking for a bench with less than 4 kids and everyone was looking at me like I'm some alien or some shit because I was so late. I kept looking and the more deeper I went, the more secretly exercising I was. My search for a bench with less than 4 kids had just started when I realized that I have already reached the end and the last bench was also full. No! I knew school was bullshit. I knew that I should have not come here. And to make it even worse, the teacher made me sit on one of the benches which already had 4 kids. I was the 5th kid on my bench. It was so congested that I had to put my bag on the ground. Classic! First day, and right there and then I decided that I completely hate school and I will do whatever it takes to avoid this place at all costs. Then many teachers came and went and they did their thing and I was not able to understand shit because I was like 20 benches back and also I was 3, so yeah. And let me tell you, when my first day of school ended, it felt like I'm getting out of a prison. It was such a good feeling. And as soon as I got home, I started planning my series of master plans to keep my freedom. Next day, my parents again asked me to get ready, but this time I was about to execute my master plan. This time I was going to use something that every baby has. Charm! Nobody can resist a baby. At least parents. I think babies are ugly as hell. So when they asked me to get ready for school, I said no, but they again tried to lure me in their trap, telling me how great of a place school is, telling me how much I will learn. But I thought, nah, I know all your tricks. I'm not going there ever again. And I said again, no. I knew my charm was so good that they won't be able to do anything. But instead, she smacked the shit out of me and I had to go to school again. My first failed attempt. And again, I had to sit with 4 other kids on a single bench. I did not talk to any of them because I'm a freak. They call my kind introvert these days. Now this is when I knew I had to man up and do the big thing. If I want to win from these monsters they call their some parents, I knew I have to use the big gun. Social pressure. Nothing fumbles an Asian like social pressure. So the next day I did what any real man would do. I started crying from the top of my lungs till someone could come and save me and tell my monster mother to let me skip school for that day. But unfortunately for me, no one came and she again smacked the shit out of me. And this is when I realized I'm all alone on my mission. And this was the moment I realized I had a big flaw in my master. I was too small and powerless in front of these monsters. So I did the logical thing for the first time. As I always say, if you can't beat them, join them. So I started pretending for a while that I am in their side and kept going to school every day so they won't get suspicious of me. I did that for 2 years. And now I was in LKG, short for low-key cool gangster class. And I'm a gangster. So I knew the time was right to strike while the iron is still hot. But now I had a new problem. Homework! I hate that shit. And there is an old lady that is making me study these weird ass symbols and beating me every day for not being able to remember it. Now there is this cute lady that is teaching me these symbols. And I'm cool with that. Personally, I like her. I mean the symbols. And I also have some other kids who think that I'm their friend. Fools. Someone who likes school can never be my friend. The only thing that I like is freedom. And now that I'm in LKG, it's time to execute my biggest master plan. The plan that will give me freedom. So I woke up next day and told her that I'm not going to school. She again beat the shit out of me. But this time, something was different. I did not cry. I stood my ground. I'm a big boy now. Come at me with all you got. So my mother did the unthinkable. She stripped me naked and kicked me out of my house. And then she said that if I do not go school today, I'm gonna have to stay outside for the rest of my life. Naked! Oh my god, I did not see that coming. I thought I won, but she truly is an unstoppable force. But unlucky for her, I'm also an unmovable object because I still stood my ground. And after this, she actually did what she said. And guys, I don't want to reveal too much, but just know that I stood my ground like a brave soldier. And I won. She let me skip school that day. Oh my god, I won! Finally! But guys, was it even a win? At what cost did I win? Was losing my dignity for freedom worth it? Nah, I'm just overthinking. It was totally worth it. Freedom, here I come. Also, do not forget to subscribe, please. Because I only have less than a year left to become a YouTuber. And if I fail, I'm probably going to work on McDonald's or something. And you don't want me preparing your food, do you? I hope not. Alright, go watch my other videos. Okay, bye. Love you.